Ronnie Lane wasn't the loudest voice in rock and roll, but his songs spoke louder than most. Born April 1st, 1946, in Plaistow, East London, Ronald Frederick Lane grew up in a working-class family that valued honesty, laughter, and hard work. Those values would follow him through life, from his early days as a mod-era hitmaker to his later years as a wandering troubadour chasing truth, not fame. In the 1960s, Britain was alive with sound, and Lane was right in the middle of it. He picked up the bass guitar as a teenager and soon crossed paths with a young singer named Steve Marriott. Together, they formed Small Faces in 1965, one of the most influential British bands of the decade. Their mix of R&B energy and psychedelic charm captured the mod movement's restless heart. Lane wasn't just the bassist, he was the emotional center of the band. His songwriting partnership with Marriott produced some of the most memorable songs of the era: All or Nothing, Itchy Coo Park, and Lazy Sunday. These weren't just pop hits, they were slices of working-class poetry, full of humor, defiance, and longing. Lane's melodic sense and warm spirit gave the songs their heartbeat. When Marriott left Small Faces in 1969, Lane, along with drummer Kenny Jones and keyboardist Ian McLagan, joined forces with Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood to form The Faces. The new group carried over the old band's charm, but added a looser, rougher edge, the sound of pints clinking, amps buzzing, and hearts on fire. Lane's contributions as a songwriter and vocalist were crucial. While Stewart took the spotlight with his raspy charisma, Lane's songs such as Richmond, Debris, and Ooh La La revealed a different side of the band: tender, reflective, and deeply human. Ooh La La, co-written by Lane and Wood, became an anthem of bittersweet wisdom, the kind of song that grows more profound with every listen. It captured everything Lane stood for: simple truths delivered with grace, a wink, and a melody you never forget. Even though the song wasn't released as a single during the Faces' time together, it later became one of their most beloved tracks, a quiet testament to Lane's artistry. But Ronnie Lane was never built for the rock star life. The limos, the fame, the chaos, none of it suited him. By the mid-1970s, he walked away from the Faces, choosing instead to live a simpler life dedicated to music and meaning. He formed Slim Chance, a loose collective of musicians that blended folk, country, and rock into a sound that felt like a traveling circus of joy. They performed in fields and pubs, touring in a caravan called The Passing Show, a bold experiment in bringing music back to the people. Though Slim Chance never achieved commercial success, Lane's work from this period, songs like How Come and The Poacher, remains some of the most heartfelt and authentic music of the era. His voice carried warmth and weariness, joy and sorrow, often in the same breath. He sang not for applause, but for connection. In 1977, tragedy struck when Lane was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a debilitating disease that would slowly rob him of his mobility. Despite his declining health, he continued to record and perform, often collaborating with friends like Pete Townshend, Ronnie Wood, and Eric Clapton. His courage and humor in the face of illness inspired everyone who knew him. Even as his body weakened, his spirit stayed unbreakable. Lane moved to the American Southwest in the 1980s, where he found peace in the wide-open landscapes of Colorado and later Texas. Surrounded by friends, he lived quietly, playing music when he could, smiling through the pain, and holding on to his lifelong belief that music should come from the heart, not the charts. Ronnie Lane passed away on June 4th, 1997, but his influence lives on. From Paul Weller to Noel Gallagher, countless artists cite him as a guiding light, proof that you can make timeless music without losing your soul. Lane's life was never about fame or fortune. It was about truth, kindness, and melody. He gave rock music its warmth, the shimmer beneath the noise. In every bass line, every lyric, every gentle smile, Ronnie Lane reminded the world that the real measure of a musician isn't how loud they play, but how deeply they make you feel.